Lake Buena Vista, Florida. In Derek Jeter's first professional season, he batted .210. In his second season, he made 56 errors. In his third season, he was Baseball America's Minor League Player of the Year. You know the rest. On the field, Jeter overcame a shaky start to forge a sublime career. Within 3 years of his final game for the Yankees, he achieved his retirement dream. He is the chief executive of a major league team, just like he always had predicted. Another triumph for the captain. The problem is the team that Jeter took over this October, the Miami Marlins. Jeter was there the last time the franchise played in the postseason, going 0-for-4 with an error as Josh Beckett clinched the 2003 World Series in the Bronx. Every other National League team has reached the playoffs since then, but the Marlins' drought will not end soon. The debt-ridden Marlins are eager to shed expensive contracts, and Jeter has presided over trades of 3 stars. Giancarlo Stanton to the Yankees, Dee Gordon to the Seattle Mariners, and, in a Wednesday deal that should soon become official, Marcell Ozuna to the St. Louis Cardinals. Stanton and Ozuna started in the All-Star game at Marlins Park last summer, and Gordon led the majors in stolen bases for the third time in 4 years. They fueled an offense that scored more runs than the Los Angeles Dodgers, who won the National League pennant. Stanton had hoped the Marlins would add to their pitching staff, which has never recovered from Jose Fernandez's fatal boating accident in September 2016. Instead, Jeter and the Marlins' new principal owner, Bruce Sherman, directed a teardown after completing their $1.2 billion purchase from Jeffrey Loria. Jeter is said to have a 4% stake in the club. Naturally, Stanton is thrilled to be gone, after enduring 8 losing seasons in Miami and playing before the smallest crowds in the National League nearly every season. But the fans are stuck. They hurting, Stanton said here on Monday, after slipping on his Yankees jersey. They're going to go through some more tough years, but I would advise them not to give up. Just keep hope. Maybe watch from afar, if you're going to watch. Jeter could not be bothered to attend the winter meetings in Orlando, despite their proximity to Miami and the chance to meet fellow executives and learn more about the business side of the industry. After trading his franchise's centerpiece on Monday, Jeter took in the Miami Dolphins game from a box at Hard Rock Stadium. ESPN showed him during the second half. The agent Scott Norris, who has a purpose to everything he says, noted this in his annual December scrum with reporters on Wednesday. Asked to evaluate Jeter's performance as an executive, Norris suggested that perhaps Jeter was not as powerful, or as serious about his new job, as we thought. I am not clear it is his decision-making, Norris said. He's not the principal owner. He's certainly a part of the ownership, but he probably hires people to do it from afar, you know. When I'm getting ready to go to bed at the winter meetings at 4:30 in the morning and I see the highlights and you see an owner at an NFL game, something tells me that he's hired someone else to manage the construct of the team. So, in fairness to him, Norris added, I don't really have a proclamation of what his involvement is. Jeter, who was always accessible to reporters as a player, did speak on a conference call on Monday. He defended his plan and said the Marlins' problems preceded him. I get the fact that the fans want a team that's going to have an opportunity to win right away, Jeter said, adding that he wanted the same as a player. But how this organization has been run has to change. I think everybody understands that. It's going to take some time to build this. It starts with patience. It is as difficult as for me as I'm sure it is for the fan base. Jeter has fired other Marlins executives, scouts and team ambassadors, but kept manager Don Mattingly and Michael Hill, the president of baseball operations. The Marlins have gone 156-167 in 2 seasons under Mattingly, who said criticism of Jeter has been unfair because some details of the Stanton trade talks had been inaccurately reported. "You don't have time or energy for that, to fight all that," Mattingly said Wednesday. "You just keep your eye on the prize. Where are we going as an organization? Let's not worry about all the stuff on the outskirts. Let's keep our mind on where we're going and what we're doing and what we're building. That's what we have to do." We've added 19 new players to this organization since the trade deadline last year. Nobody has once said anything about that. But this build has started. It started before the new ownership even took place. We knew what was in front of us. The Marlins have done this before, under various owners. The 1997 champions were swiftly dismantled, and the 2003 team was sold off gradually. Beckett, Derek Lee, Miguel Cabrera and others eventually departed. The Marlins spent big in 2012, when they opened a new ballpark funded largely by taxpayers, then quickly reversed course. "I know the history of the franchise," Hill said Monday. "What we are trying to do here is build this the right way. You can't throw money at the situation we are in right now. We had the reigning National League MVP. We had a number of productive players. But we won 77 games. We did not have the pitching. We did not have the organizational depth to allow us to get where we wanted to go." Norris derided the Marlins as a pawnshop that is trying to pay the rent of the building rather than focusing on the diamonds, and for purposes of goodwill, he has a point. Jeter could have invested in the pitching market and given Stanton, Gordon and Ozuna another chance to win. But recent history has rewarded rebuilding teams. The last 2 champions, the Chicago Cubs and the Houston Astros, each underwent an ownership change, a payroll reduction, a farm system renewal and a major league revival. There's so many unique circumstances to every club that you can't really apply one solution and generalize what everybody should do, Astros general manager Jeff Luhnow said. "Economics has a lot to do with it. Market size, revenue projections, player flow through the minor leagues, all of that. But the idea of trying to middle it for too long, and just be good enough to keep season ticket sales up but not good enough to win, seems not to be a strategy that creates a lot of fan loyalty or makes a lot of business sense," he added. Jeter's baseball skills created strong bonds with Yankees fans, but only his business sense matters in Miami. "The fans there have earned the right to be skeptical, and they will be watching Jeter's strategy maybe from afar.